Okay, so I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now and really think about something I'm going to ask you. Every single morning you wake up, you get dressed, you get in your car, and you drive to work. Every single day. And for 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours a day, you give your absolute best energy, your best focus, and your best hours to building someone else's dream. Not yours, theirs. And then at the end of the month, you sit down and you look at what's left. And somehow, no matter how hard you worked, you're still counting every single dollar, wondering where it all went. Sound familiar? Because if it does, I want you to know you are not alone. And more importantly, it is not your fault. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to stay this way, because today I'm going to tell you something that your boss, your bank, and honestly the entire financial system has been hoping you never figure out. And once you hear this, you cannot unhear it. Here's the cold, hard truth that nobody says out loud. The job system was never actually designed to make you wealthy. I know that sounds harsh, but stay with me here. The system was specifically designed to keep you just comfortable enough that you keep showing up every Monday morning, but just limited enough that you never feel free enough to leave. That is the design. That is intentional. And here's the math that proves it. Your salary gets maybe a 3% raise each year, if you're lucky. Sometimes less. But here's what nobody tells you alongside that. Inflation is rising 5 to 7% every single year without fail. So do the math. If your income grows 3%, but your costs grow 7%, you are actually losing ground every year. You are getting poorer while working harder. Let that sink in for a second. Seriously, just pause and think about that. Because once you truly understand what that means, everything about how you see your financial situation will start to shift. Now let me tell you about Alex. Alex is 28 years old, and honestly, Alex is most of us. He's smart, he's hardworking, he's doing everything he was told to do. He has a solid, stable job, earns a decent $4,000 every month, works 50 hours a week. By every traditional measure, Alex is doing the right things. He genuinely believes he's on the right track. And honestly, who could blame him? Nobody ever sat him down and told him any different. But here's what actually happens to Alex's money every single month. The moment the paycheck hits, rent takes $1,500 immediately. Gone. Then the car payment takes another $400. Then food. Then utilities. Then subscriptions he forgot he even had. And just like that, it's all gone. And every single month without fail, by around day 25, Alex is sitting there completely broke again, just counting down the days to the next paycheck, living in this endless, exhausting loop that never seems to end. And look, this isn't Alex being irresponsible. This is what's called the employee trap. And it's one of the most powerful financial traps ever created. See, when you trade your time for money, there's a ceiling, a hard, invisible ceiling on how much you can ever earn, because you only have so many hours. And your employer decides what each of those hours is worth, not you. Your employer, they set the price on your time. You just accept it. And that fundamental imbalance is at the heart of why so many hardworking people never build real wealth. And here's the part that really gets me. The moment you stop working, the money stops too. Instantly. Completely. No work, no money. It's that binary. But wealthy people figured something out a long time ago that most people never learn. And it's actually simpler than you think. They build systems that make money, whether they're working or not, whether they're awake or asleep, whether they're on vacation or sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. The money keeps coming. So what exactly do wealthy people do that creates this kind of financial life? Let me break it down in a way that actually makes sense. They build passive income streams. And I know that phrase gets thrown around a lot, but here's what it actually means in practice. It means money that flows in automatically without you having to trade hours for it. Imagine getting paid whether you're at work or at home sleeping, whether you're busy or completely free. That's the reality wealthy people have built for themselves, and it's available to you too. Here's a fact that genuinely changed how I think about money. The average millionaire doesn't have one income stream, or even two. They have 7 different streams of income flowing simultaneously. 7. And meanwhile, the average American has exactly one. Their job. One single fragile income source that could disappear at any moment. And if that one job disappears tomorrow, everything falls apart. There's no backup, no safety net, nothing, which is why so many people stay in jobs they hate out of pure fear. But here's what I really want you to hear right now. You do not need to quit your job tomorrow. You don't need to make any dramatic moves today. That's not what this is about. You also don't need to already have money to start building wealth. Some of the most successful passive income builders started with literally nothing, zero, and that's completely fine. What you need is a real concrete plan, not a vague idea, not a dream board, an actual step-by-step financial escape plan that you can follow starting today. And the first mental shift you need to make is this. Your salary is not your destination. It's your starting point. It's the fuel, not the finish line. Think of your monthly paycheck as the seed capital you use to build something much bigger and much more powerful on the side, something that grows quietly while you continue your regular life. And over time, that something on the side becomes so big that it completely replaces your salary. And suddenly, you have a choice that most people never get. You can work because you want to, not because you have to. Now, let me show you the 3 most realistic and powerful passive income streams that are genuinely available to anyone, even people starting from absolute zero. The first one is digital products, and this one genuinely blew my mind when I first understood it. You create something once, and then you sell it literally thousands of times. The same thing, over and over, without doing more work. Could be an ebook about something you know, could be an online course, could be a template or a tool. Create it once, sell it forever. That's the model. The second stream is dividend investing. You put money into stocks that are specifically designed to pay you a portion of their profits every quarter, automatically, without you doing anything. Your money is literally doing the work. You're not working for money anymore. Money is working for you. And that reversal is one of the most powerful shifts you can make. The third stream is content creation. YouTube, podcasting, blogging. You build an audience of people who trust you and find your content valuable. And that audience generates income for you indefinitely, long after you originally created the content. But okay, here's the thing I really want to talk about, because this is where most people get stuck and they don't even realize it. The biggest barrier to building wealth isn't actually money. And when I realized this, everything changed. People with a poor mindset ask, how can I earn more money? How can I work more hours and get paid more? But people with a wealthy mindset ask a fundamentally different question. How can I make my money earn more money? How can I build systems that generate income without my constant direct effort? That one single shift in the question you ask yourself changes every financial decision you make from that point forward. It really is that significant. When you start seeing money as a tool to build systems rather than a goal to hoard, you start using it in completely different ways that actually build lasting wealth. And you start making different decisions every single day. Small decisions that compound over months and years into genuinely life-changing financial outcomes. So here is your actual concrete action plan, and I need you to hear me on this. Not next week, not next month, today, right now. This matters. Step 1, save 20% of every single paycheck, automatically, before you see it, before you can spend it, non-negotiable. This is the foundation of everything. Step 2, invest just $100 every month into dividend stocks. I know $100 sounds small. That's the point. Start small, start now. Build the habit first. Step 3, dedicate 5 hours every week to building one single side income stream, just 5 hours. That's less than an hour a day. Anyone can find 5 hours. And here's what happens when you do those 3 things consistently. In 24 months, your side income could realistically grow to match your full monthly salary. I have seen this happen. And in 36 months, you could be in a position to walk away from your job if you choose to, completely free, on your own terms. That's 3 years. Most people waste 3 years doing nothing. Now I want to share the single most important thing in this entire video. And I really need you to hear this one. Are you listening? Good. Time is your most valuable asset. Not money, not connections, not talent. Time. Because time is the one thing you absolutely cannot get back once it's gone. If you start today, compound interest and compound effort will begin working in your favor starting right now. Every day, you start builds momentum that grows exponentially over time. But if you wait just one more year, you don't just lose a year. You lose 12 months of compound growth that can never be recovered. That gap widens every year you wait. The honest truth is the best time to start was 10 years ago, and that opportunity is completely gone. There's nothing to be done about that. But the second best time, that's right now, this exact moment. Not tomorrow morning, right now. Let me show you a real person who did exactly this. Her name is Sarah. She's a nurse earning $3,500 a month, pretty average income for her field. At age 25, Sarah started investing just $200 every month into dividend stocks. Just $200. She didn't wait until she had more. She started with what she had. By age 35, just 10 years later, those investments were generating $800 of completely passive income every single month without her doing anything extra. She also created an online nursing course during that time, just sharing what she already knew from her job. That course now earns her $1,200 every month completely on autopilot. Total passive income $2,000 every month on top of her regular nursing salary. She essentially doubled her income without working more hours. And I want to be really clear about something. Sarah did not get lucky. She was not born with advantages. She simply made a decision to start and then stayed consistent. That's the whole story. Now let me quickly warn you about the 3 mistakes I see people make over and over again when they try to build passive income, because avoiding these will save you so much time. Mistake number 1 is waiting until you have enough money to start. This is the trap that keeps most people stuck forever. There is no perfect amount to start with. You start with what you have today. Start with what you have. Period. I mean that completely seriously. Whatever amount you have access to right now is enough to begin. No excuses. Mistake number 2 is trying to build 5 different income streams all at the same time and burning yourself completely out within 3 months. I see this constantly. Pick one stream, just one. Get really good at that one thing first, because if you do that, you are already ahead of 95% of people who try and quit. Here's the simple, honest truth at the core of all of this. A job will absolutely give you a living. It will cover your bills and keep you comfortable. And that's genuinely not nothing. But only you can give yourself a truly free life. That freedom doesn't come from a job. It comes from the systems you build outside of it. The wealthy did not build their financial lives by outworking everyone else. They built them by working smarter, by using leverage and systems to multiply their effort. They built those systems and then stepped back and let the systems do the work. And that's when real wealth starts to accumulate, when the systems work harder than you do. You now have the knowledge. You have a real plan. You have a real example of someone who did it. The only question that matters now is, what are you actually going to do with all of this? If this video gave you value, subscribe to Zero to Wealthy. We put out videos every week that give you the real financial truth that nobody else is willing to tell you straight. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 3 passive income streams you're going to start with first. I read every single comment, and I will see you in the next one.